Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Grammio English. I'm your host, Emma.
And I'm Ryan.
And we are so happy to have you listening today. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that can be a little intimidating for English learners, I think.
Oh yeah, the big one, phrasal verbs.
Exactly. But look, don't worry. We promise it's not as scary as it sounds. We're going to break them down in a super casual, natural way. We're just going to chat and show you how they pop up in real life.
That's the best way to learn, right? Just hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Actually, that's a perfect lead-in because you won't believe who I ran into yesterday. I was just grabbing a toffee and...
Oh, don't leave me hanging. Who was it? Anyone I know?
Yeah, it was Mark from our old design class. I literally hadn't seen him in 5 years. It was so random to just run into him at that specific coffee shop on that specific day.
No way, Mark! That's amazing! So for everyone listening, let's break that down. When Ryan says he ran into Mark, he doesn't mean, he physically crashed into him.
Right. Good clarification. That would be a different podcast. Now it just means I met him unexpectedly. It was a complete surprise, totally by chance.
Exactly. It's that element of surprise. So you could say, I was shopping for groceries and I ran into my old neighbor. Or guess who I ran into at the mall? It's a really common phrase.
For sure. It happens all the time. And when it does, now you have the perfect phrasal verb to talk about it.
That's so cool. And speaking of things that come to mind, that actually reminds me, sorry to completely change the subject, but there was something I wanted to bring up about our teen project.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Bring it up. What's on your mind?
Well, I was just thinking, maybe we should double check the deadline. It feels like it's coming up really fast. I didn't want to bring it up in the big group chat, Sometimes it's better to talk one-on-one first.
That's a good point. So when you say you're bringing it up, you mean you're introducing the topic into our conversation. You're raising the subject so we can discuss it.
Exactly. It's often used for topics that might be a bit sensitive or just need some careful attention. Like, he brought up a really great point in the meeting today. Or, on the other hand, please don't bring up politics at Thanksgiving dinner.
That is the number one rule of family dinners, for sure. Don't bring that up unless you're ready for a big debate.
Totally. So it's all about introducing a new topic for discussion.
Okay, good call on the project deadline. Hey, speaking of plans, what about that company picnic you mentioned last week? Is that still on?
Oh man, you didn't hear? They had to call it off. The weather forecast for Saturday is just awful. Thunderstorms and high winds. A total washout.
Oh no, that's such a bummer. I was really looking forward to it. So they called it off completely? It's not just postponed?
Nope. Called it off. That's the key difference. Call off means to cancel something entirely. It's done, finished, not happening. If it were just moved to a later date, they would have said they put it off.
Ah, that's a really good distinction. Call off for cancel, put off for postpone. Got it. So you can call off a meeting, call off a search party.
Or, call off a wedding, which is always super dramatic.
Yes, let's hope no one has to do that. But yeah, for less dramatic things, like the baseball game was called off because of the rain, it's perfect.
Okay, so let's do a super quick recap. We had to run into someone.
Which means to meet them completely by chance.
Then we had to bring something up.
Which is to introduce a topic into a conversation.
And finally, to call something off.
Which means to cancel an event. See? 3 new phrasal verbs. And they weren't so scary when you hear them in a real conversation, right?
Totally. The key is just to listen for them out in the world and then, be brave and try using them yourself. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Absolutely. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for tuning in to Mr. Grammio English. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks everyone. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.